Hello and welcome back to the channel and another early morning playthrough. Now this one we're going for is Honeybadgerhacker's Narimba, which has just come out. And we are going to go with medium winds. Let's go with southeast. And we've got very firm greens as we would expect. Firm fairways and yeah, just generally fast. Cool. Now we have two sets of tees. We'll go off the whites and let's have pin 3. So he's posted a thread about this one saying, inspiration came mainly from a couple of courses, a mayor located in Africa and Cathedral Lodge in Australia. Each of the two are not really sandbelt style courses, but I love their environment so much I felt compelled to incorporate this into a sandbelt inspired course. Interesting. I mean, I've drawn on sandbelt from a different location before, so that's not something that I would say is out of the question. Like, as long as it's sandy soil, I figure you could potentially build those bunkers. Although there is a specific type of sand, I think, that in that area that makes it so, yeah, makes it that that's where those typically located, because you have to have the hard faces, some nerdy stuff like that. Good morning, map. Okay, and we can see we've got the big, bold bunkers. This contest feels heavy on sandbelt courses already, which was to be expected, I think. Now, as we will know from previous sandbelt courses, I know quite a bit about them having studied them. I will say that some of the bunker shaping is good, some of them are not so typical. So, like these ones where they're just this kind of U shaped ones, you don't see quite as much. Like they tend to be a bit more defined than that. The creek looks interesting. There's a lot going on. Hello, Matt. Tanner. Oh, everyone's here. Seems the early morning start is timed pretty well. Okay, lots and lots and lots of bunkers. Oh, big greens. And then I guess the kind of browner paths is where we're doing the like African style environment from, which is an interesting take. I will say that the white sand therefore contrasts quite a lot to that native sand texture. Like, I don't know how well those two necessarily blend. I guess, yeah, that can work. Definitely a unique look. Trying to think what I would change. I would probably be losing the black sand in favor of something that fits a little bit more. It's not a big deal, but it is slightly off-putting. Okay. I mean, beautiful look off the first. So straight away, we've got a tight drive, but then we've also choked down really hard on 3-wood. So if you're wanting a really safe play, you're kind of hitting 4-iron. I'll be honest, this bunker's unnecessary and is really actually impeding your playability. I would lose this one, and then I think you've got a really good tee shot. Because we're trying to, it's just taking a bit too much out of the equation. So now we're going to try and clear that, and in doing so, yeah, we're just about okay. Okay, big green, very big green. Oh, hello everybody, lots of people. All right, first approach. So we can reach, and bear in mind I hit a partial, slightly with wind though. So this is definitely reachable, up 33, so we're kind of landing about here. It feels a little all or nothing. I think the one thing I would have changed here is the way the green is sloping. So it's away from the line of play, which we looked at this on Meta's course. So Brandywine, you saw a lot of greens that sloped away. And it just kind of, yes, it feels like it can increase strategy, but it actually often just makes it kind of penal because you have to hit the perfect shot. I feel if this had been sloping the other way, then you've got more of a chance to get to some of those pins without carrying everything. Bunkers look nice. The other thing I'd say with this one is because everything is falling this way, again, I presume to kind of increase the strategy, the sightline looks a little bit awkward. It just feels like the hole is fighting the land a little. That said, it's a nice look. I really appreciate how this bunker sits beautifully. But you can see how this one's fitting within the land, whereas the one by the green is kind of artificially up. I think that would be the distinction of where the golf hole is fitting with the land versus not so much. That's a horrible swing. Felt that go wrong immediately. Into the bunker. I'm slightly concerned about the tree above my head, but I'm hoping that just lands and rolls. Ah, nice little contour to push the ball back in. I feel like this green would have been like. I think the green would have benefited from being sat down a little bit, but a lot of stuff has been. I feel like a lot of choices have been dictated by an awkward slope that's not really helping. Because then suddenly these have to be really high in order to prop up the high side of the fairway. Then these have to be even higher at the back so that you can see them. And that's where the green then has to be really high as well. I think if you're ever fighting the land, generally just try to see what it is that's not quite working. It appears that streaming late at night in the US is not maybe the best time for the solid messages. All right. Interesting par 3 shape. Oh boy. Okay. I can... Right. You've gone with a green shape that is wedge shot distance. And yet we are 180 out. This should be 40 yards shorter. Yeah, and I think if you are going for this sort of green shape, I'd probably tighten it up a little bit. Like, I don't think you need this amount of length for this little protrusion. Just this one could have benefited from a little more surfacing work. Now, aside from that, because that's the first thing you see, right? Like, you've done so much good stuff, but all I'm seeing is I've got 183 to a tucked pin downwind, and I've got absolutely no chance of getting it anywhere near. And then you kind of don't see the really good work that you've done with the grasses around the tee, which look lovely. I think that cross bunker is really interesting. I don't know if you need both. I'd probably, but yeah, I think I'd have had one or the other. Or certainly this one, I think what you could have done would have been to bring it way short and then have your dead ground and then the second bunker. Okay. We're just going to play for the middle of the green. Oh, we're on a 4-iron. Let's not play a partial 4-iron. And because the greens are firm, we have to land right at the front. When you do get to this pin, there's just a lot of sloping around the pin that doesn't make a ton of sense. Like why we're rolling away here and then this way, and yeah. I like the concept, but just the distances on par threes really, really matters, particularly if you're going to tuck a pin. Then again, maybe we are going for plat difficulty, in which case potentially that's okay. We'll see how it unfolds. This looks nice. The bunkers that are low and like, yeah, this looks lovely. I feel like though, if you've got a 300-yard driver, this hole is trivial. If you have my 277 into wind, you are kind of struggling. Native area looks gorgeous. Really like that. Maybe would have weathered it a bit more. The green contrast, but then I don't know the area of the world as well. But the green contrast with the brown seems a little on the odd side. Thankfully, we're downwind, so I think I can try this. But again, just like with the first, I would have a think about people who can't make this carry, where can they play to, and how long do we have if we end up there? You're forcing a kind of near 200-yard shot there. And if it's into wind, that then becomes a 2-iron. It is downhill, yeah. But like there will be people who can't make this carry in certain conditions. Or who push their drives into this. Right, now we can't make it. Which is a shame because I really like the green site. I think that kind of raised green site works really well. These bunkers all sit beautifully because the green site, again, makes sense. Just wouldn't have choked off the tee shot quite as much. Okay. Yes, love my spinner. With wind, probably not affecting it, is it? Oh, pushed it. It's not a good swing. And I like the green contouring as well. Like for a big green, it's just a broad slope. Try to stay below the hole. Yeah, the rest of this hole is really, really nice. Nearly, that pin is spicy. Nearly went all the way around and back in. Maybe this is going for plat difficulty. If so, then that previous tee shot's really trivial because they're all carrying at 300 and hitting to the fat part of the fairway. Lovely camera. Green looks lovely. Okay. Oh, we're heading way downhill for this one. Okay. I think this is fine. I don't know that I'd have cut the fairway in right here. It just looks more claustrophobic than maybe it needs to be. Where are we going, ball? We're going this side. Oh. I don't like that. I'm not a fan that I'm now pushed directly under a tree by a hog's back and then kind of forced to hit this awkward shot when there was a tree on the other side that's kind of stopped me going down this side. I get that it's kind of out in front of you. It just feels like gimmicky, for lack of a better word. So I'm now going to hit a punch. Yes. But this flies really long. Like, I'm sure there's a better way to play that, but, well, obviously there is. The little walls at the back are awesome. Visually, really, really cool. I like the green. I think your sloping works okay. These two false bits and the green shape maybe feel a little odd. I think if you trace your green a more natural shape, this would make a bit more sense. Okay, see if we can get up and down with our splash. No, the short-sided bunker shot strikes again. Oh well, good second time. It's a shame. I think so far through 4 holes, this is kind of like, I mean this really nicely. It's so frustrating because it is so close, and yet there's little decisions on every hole that are just impacting on playability of just stuff that could have been taken out or changed a little bit. Okay. Okay, we have a pot. I guess this kind of works. Well, I don't get why you have it here but not here, and this, yeah. And then we got this bunker. Okay, we'll come back to those. Tee shot looks lovely. And again, the little walls here do make, like, these make sense. I can see why they're there. They're like to stop subsidence, and terrain painting down here is awesome. Really, really nice. Like, this is so classily done. Looks great. I prefer this tee shot. I don't necessarily love the tree splitting. Oh, okay, this is a par 4 into the wind. Okay, so long par 4. In which case, I'd have loved a bit more of an opportunity to run the ball on. It's not a bad swing, but it's just a touch off. Oh, and the pin is on a the pin is on a light green part of the slope, just to just in case the 200-yard approach wasn't enough. Oh, at least it makes it over. Go. All right. I think when you are at your best, you self-edit really, really well. There are times though when you just throw too much stuff at holes, and we've said, I've said this before on previous playthroughs. Like, there's a lot going on here. You've got this, which could be a feature on its own. You've got this bunker. We've got the half pot, half sandbelt bunker. We've got the tree in the middle of the fairway. We've got a bunker on the far side. We've got this ravine and water down here. There is so much on one hole, and you just need to learn to self-edit. Like, or you can do it. This just needed one clear, really focused idea. And like the bunker, the half pot bunker, half sandbelt bunker is kind of that hole in microcosm. Like, there's potential for a really, really good golf hole there. And if there were one thing I'd have kept, it's that like land movement on the approach. Okay, we're hitting over a green, which I don't think we've played yet. What? Where the hell am I? Have I gone mad? What? Where did I just play to? How am I here? Am I being really? I know this is early in the morning, but am I being really dumb? Oh, this was that. This was that bunker. Okay, fine. Oh, I didn't realize it extended that far back. Okay, so then makes up a bunker that you then hit over here. Okay, interesting. Okay, fine. Okay, but we hit straight over a bunker into another blind bunker. That's a bit of a no. And then if we take driver, okay. Yeah, this one, this tee shot does not work. Sorry. Like, yes, we have scout cam, but we shouldn't try to pretend that we don't. Oh, there's so much good on this course, and it's just the decisions in places are really killing it. Okay, so we're going to hit a 4 iron, I think. And then we've got, cool. I love the planting around the tee, and I think all the bunkers look really good. And we're just going to hit it into the one anyway. Oh, well. Right. So now we're blind again because of the bunker. That's fine. But we would be hitting to a green that runs away from us. Again, like, green running away from you is enough idea for one hole. Like, we don't need the blind tee shot and all of the awkwardness. And then, yeah, just simplify. Okay. Stay? It was never going to stay. Yeah. Okay. Get out. It's fine. We'll take our bogey and run. Environment's awesome. I'm still struggling a little bit with the brown sand versus the white, but I think I've gotten on board more with that. Okay, another hole where I can't hit driver. Like, it's really, this is like a plat course purely for CC players with a shorter driver. But a plat course for actual plat players can just fly everything. Still, it's not that long. I love the idea. Okay, now we're hitting. Like with this one though, at least this hole had a simple idea of just there's the creek. You get an advantage if you carry it. If you don't, you have a longer shot and a worse angle. Like this one's better. And yeah, the environment work is just stellar. It's really interesting. This is the sort of stuff I really wanted from this contest, of just people going in a completely different direction. It all looks really cool, really unique. Like the more I've played this, the more I'm on board with it. Love the path work, like the bedrock and stuff. It's just so good. Yeah, I could just pan around this course for ages. Really classy. I don't necessarily love these two bunkers cutting directly into the green as they do. I think you can do this with the bunkers cutting into the green, but I'd generally work the green shape a little bit more and have them, they're kind of off to the side rather than necessarily pushed into the green, if that makes sense. Right, let's hit a shot. Ugh. That's fine. That was always the bailout. Oh, okay. Uh, okay. Let's pop onto here. That was unfortunate. I thought I'd bailed far enough away from the water. Yeah, I don't disagree with that, Matt. No, and it's also made the sightlines harder and lots of other things. I feel like we've split fairways at 250, 260 enough at this point. It's partly possibly the wind that I'm having, but then we've made the layup like, okay. I think I would really like this hole a lot if we hadn't split the fairway as much as we have done previously on the short fours. And then the other thing is the green again sloping away from the line of play. Like we just don't need to do it as much. That said, I'm going to hit a 4-iron into a bunker. Excellent work. Oh well. Just hit better golf shots. That might be one. Okay, so here's where we're about to see how the green works, because there's no possible way I could have done that any better. And it's just like, that's incredibly frustrating. And I guess the argument would be, don't go at the pin, but then there's no safe place to play on that green. So, yeah. But this is the thing, though. It can't be plat ready because it's nowhere near long enough. And the challenge off the tee is all at 270. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm quite enjoying. Like strategically off the tee, working pretty well for me, but for plat guys, they'll obliterate it. So they'll just hit over all the trouble. What a scorecard. I don't even, well, I'm playing pretty badly, but I don't think it's that bad compared to some. The water ball didn't help. Okay. Slightly simpler hole. I like this one. This is a great example of simple just works. The planting here is just gorgeous. Works really nicely. Bunkering frames the hole really well. Like, just no notes on this one. A little quick. I'll get in the hole, please. Yeah, little details. Around the base of the tree looks great. Yeah, the more I play this, the more I'm agreeing with Matt's take. I think if you hadn't done the sandbelt bunkers, I think the course looks and plays better. There we go. There's a bogey. What a front nine. Also, please do not assume that how I shoot impacts how I feel about a course. This is more to anyone else watching. Okay, again, we're pinching massively at 270. If you're hitting 300, you're just bombing it over all of this, pretty much. Yeah. I would challenge you to find any golf hole anywhere that does this on a fairway landing zone. Like, yeah. And again, it's just had to make it really cluttered visually because of forcing the bunker sidelines. It just, if you remove some of the bunkers, like I'd say, you could do this. So if we were editing this hole, take this bunker, drop it back to here, keep a little one here, make this all fairway. Then you have a good, really good tee shot. But like it's prompting, there's no way I can go for this. So therefore that's not an option. I basically, it's where do I want to lay up? And just hit your 3-wood down here, but I can't even hit 3-wood here, so it's just become target golf in a way that you'd have envisioned this hole being really strategic, but all of the bunkers kind of remove the strategy from it. Oh, I'm just going to go in a different bunker anyway, or not even reach it. And to top it off, we have a green that falls away from the line of play. Again. I really need to not play my rounds this early. There's a shot. Oh my goodness. We have a birdie. I think this is probably a good point to mention that I've had, like, there will always be people in contests who are like on the forums, or I've had a few on YouTube comments that are like, this course is amazing, I can't believe why you're slating this, that sort of thing. That happened on the pick or obey one. And like, I will try my hardest to defend every choice that we make, but there are some times where we just can't. Like, again, what are we doing? I don't. Why have we got a rough patch in the fairway? Like this, and I want to stress, I'm so on designers' sides. Like, I want to recognize all the good stuff, and I get honestly more. I get more frustrated by courses that are so nearly there and look so good and do so many things well, but then baffling decisions ruin them. Like, because I really want people to start seeing that. So I hope this comes across in like it's meant to be in such a positive way of just like, you are so close, just please edit, because the rest of this hole looks gorgeous. I love the creek, I love this bunkering, I love where the green sits. Like, everything looks great, but then for some reason we've done that. For some reason we've done half a pot bunker again, and I just don't understand why. Because simple can be good enough. Again, that comes right in at my driver distance. Oh, not that it matters because we're pulling everything. And then, like, I should have seen this off the tee as well. But if you're in the bunker, you're then absolutely screwed behind a tree. Like, why? People are in a bunker. They're already, like, the challenge is now we've got a creek. We're out of the bunker. Can I reach or do I have to lay up? That's the challenge, not, oh, and I've got this tree to hit over, which I can't even do with a 7-iron. Like, I'm really trying to be give this feedback as kindly as I possibly can do, but at a certain point you've got to start seeing this stuff because I know I've given this feedback before. Yeah. Why? Such a shame because I love the look of the rest of this hole. Man, my swing is bad this morning. Right. Things that we do love. The hillside looks gorgeous. The creek, again, looks absolutely amazing. I think, again, the frustrating thing is it's so close. Take the rough bit out. Make the fairway a bit wider here. Lose those trees. Really good hole. It's like it's that close. Putt doesn't look awful. And I like the green. The simpler your greens are, the better they've been. Also, when they're not running away from the line of play, they're infinitely better. Decisions were made. Well, we're under par on the back nine, so maybe that's our goal. Fence looks amazing. Like all the stuff visually looks so good. So we had a par three earlier with with that pin on the far right hand side of the green. That one didn't work because of the distance. This distance is much better for it, so it works way better. The only thing I would add here is because you've had this pin set having the pin on the far side of that other par three, like maybe in this one, put this pin somewhere more in the center. I think the green could probably benefit from just a bit of smoothing out of some of the red slopes. It just becomes a bit compartmentalized. Yeah, agree that it is all just a bit big. Ah, we're going right this time. Well, now we have a putt. Um, huh. Who knows? Could go anywhere. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yes. Keep up par. Oh, another one of those small pot bunker things. The other thing just strikes me with with these revetted pot bunker faces, where was it? Oh, it must have been a different hole. Yeah, okay. That can only have been a really recent decision because they only arrived really recently. Uh, Again, this is a self-edit one. Right. We've gone reverse camber, which in itself is tricky. I like with this one at least though there is like the option you play through, or you can play a three wood, and it's not going to completely kill you. But I think give more space here, and then once we've done the reverse camber, the bunkers in play is enough. Don't tuck trees in front of it. Yay, a half decent tee shot. Yeah, because if I'm on the far side of this fairway, I'm never reaching that pin. you'd have to sling a hook in. It would be really difficult. And the bunkers are cutting in a lot anyway. I'd argue I would probably want the edge of that bunker just to be about here so that you can still run a ball close and then run it on. This is just cutting out a little bit more. Again, I would try to give more fairway here. This stuff is a no. Thanks. It occasionally, well, I think it occasionally does come across as like frustration, but that's yeah, yeah. Trying to hold it off against the slope, and that was never going to happen. Go on, find the heavy rough patches. There we go. Natural area. Right, spinner. Can I spin out of this? Maybe. I mean, I'm genuine. I could care less. Like, I don't do these for likes or anything like that. That's but it's always intended to help. And like the final thing I'd add on this is like my tone will change based on how many times I've given someone the feedback or not. If I've told you this 4 times, expect it to be more blunt the next time. Okay. Yeah, again, we're pushing people behind trees, which we've done this. The grasses around that bunk, like in isolation, this stuff looks fantastic. Thanks, Matty. Again, this one's doing so many things. I just wish, just build simple holes on this plot and you've got a course that is a real contender. The decisions are what is making it really difficult. So everything is going to push it towards that bunker, and at 277 into the wind, I think I'm guaranteed to go in it. Well, we'll try and hit and see what happens. But if not, I'm laying back with 3 wood, and I'm then taking on trees. Like, where's the good play? Into the bunker it is. And then we're hitting 220 into a green where in front of the green it kind of runs away over that spine and then onto. It is kind of punch bowly ish. So we do have that going for us. Okay, well, we're out. I'm going to be running down to here, which is fine. Come on, hit a spinner. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, we were doing so well on this 9. Well, damn you, 14. Again, though, just that hole needed simple. Like, if it's quite a long hole, be more generous. Okay. This one's lovely. Like, your simplest holes are your best holes. If you take one thing away from this playthrough, that should be it. Like this, if the rest of the course had been like this, I'd have been just gushing praise all over it. Like, this is beautiful. It just sits really nicely into the hillside. It's a pretty hole. The strategy is just simple of here's a runoff, avoid it. Great. That's an okay tee shot. And so now I'm dealing with a slightly longer, trickier putt. Love. That's absolutely all this needed to be. Okay, we got one of them back. Yeah, we'll watch a replay. It's been a difficult round. There we are. Okay. Okay, here we go. Nice camera. So slightly hogsbacky. This one I can get on board with more as tee shot. Big green, again, it's going away from your line of play. Like that is a tendency that I think you'll want to sort. Because it gets really penal. I don't know whether you need this bunker right there. I think this works. This is cool. I'm just going to shove it into this bunker. Because I just cannot find my swing at all. Yeah, really like this. That mound in that bunker's great. And again, this green's height shows restraint. Like it's not doing loads of different things. It's just halfway up a hillside. Bunkering's really cool. Really cool. Like I don't hate this. I think it looks pretty. It's really technically well done. It does look pretty good. It's nice. It's like, well, it's very technically well done because it's so well blended with the rest of the normal bunker, and that little grassy area helps. Certainly. Yeah. I just don't think it needed it, but that's a different question. I'll go a little. Oh, we made it. 71. Ooh. Look at those quad perfects. Now we get to find out how bad my read was. Not terrible. Yeah. That's like it's a strong hole. Yeah, don't mind this. All out there in front of you. Really good look off the tee. Just like super expansive. And you can tell like this is about as cluttered as a landing zone can be and still work, I would say. Because you've given us enough space over here. There's enough space short. Yeah, there's exactly. Now we're still going to find a bunker, obviously. Oh, maybe not. No, we are. Oh, heavy rough instead. Right, let's find that front bunker instead. Yeah, this looks gorgeous. Ah, no, we're going to play that false front. But that one, I feel like that going wrong is entirely on me, and I'm completely cool with that. No, delayed bunker. Yes. Underhit that, I think. Okay, and 18. Cool Creek. Mm, okay. I think I've got to hit 2 iron. Really? That's okay. One thing that does help this one is it has been a while since you really split the fairway at the 270 mark, so I don't have as much of an issue as I did earlier with it. Oh, I was assuming it was going to go left. I mean, we're just going to take a second and really admire some of this stuff. That's so good. So we've got a bridge, some rocks, like really, really quality environment work. Yeah, damn. Right, we've left a few short, so let's just push it onto the green a little bit. Not terrible. Not terrible. Runs away, but was always going to happen. Oh, this for 10. No, this for under 10 over. Got a chance? Oh, not quite. 10 over feels fair. All right, we had a lot to say on that one, and there was a lot going on. Yeah. You got to commit to the no pick shot. Yeah, I have so many thoughts on that course. I love and appreciate so much of what you did. Like the environment work is best in contest so far, and it's not really even close for me. Like that created an environment that was totally believable. Take back my comment on the black sand versus white bunker. I think that worked really well. Like beautiful, like utterly, utterly stunning. I hope that you just take the two messages that come from this, like the self editing. Well, the one message, self editing, and that mainly pertains to cluttered landing zones and just putting stuff in the way that doesn't need to be there. Like simplify everything. Just what is that one feature that that hole is built around? Because that's all you need to hear. Like you have everything else. Like visuals are there, technicals are there. Like just get that one idea per hole, make it really sing. Because that's where like 15 was awesome. Just such a cool little golf hole. And I'd say your par threes generally are the best holes because there can't be as many ideas on them. But just find that one thing because like I desperately want you to get over this hump. And at the moment, the only thing in your way is you, like with the different ideas and chucking extra bunkers and things. Like once you simplify, you will be right up there for contending with this stuff because you can do everything else. Um, and just I really, really hope you get that. And I hope that all of those comments come across in the way that they're intended because it is just it's frustrating because it's so close and then there's just that extra 3 or 4 things per hole that don't need to be there. As I say, my playing of that doesn't really speak to the quality of the course at all, but it doesn't influence how I think about it. I would be saying the same things for 10 under. Thank you very much for those of you who are up nice and early. Quite a long playthrough this one, but as I say, I had lots to say. And I still like I will come back and I will really enjoy that course. Just yeah, maybe if